Welcome into College Football Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Give me a follow on Twitter. It's at HGrahamNFL. Talking a lot of college football, a lot of NFL over there as well. College football, it's back. There are games today as week 0, as they call it, is underway. A handful of games this afternoon and on into the evening. And then, of course, games next weekend when week 1 officially gets here. So I want to go through the AP Top 25 poll, and then I'm going to give my Top 25 rankings, what the preseason Top 25 should have looked like. So we'll sprint through the AP poll, and then we'll go through my rankings a little bit slower. 1 through 5, Alabama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Ohio State, and then the Georgia Bulldogs. 6 through 10, Texas A&M, Iowa State, both coming off really strong seasons. Cincinnati, a New Year's Six appearance a year ago. Notre Dame and North Carolina rounding out the top 10. 11 through 15, the Oregon Ducks, Wisconsin, Florida comes in at number 13, Miami, and then the USC Trojans at 15. LSU is at 16, Indiana at 17, Iowa and Penn State at 18 and 19, and then the Washington Huskies rounding out your top 20 before Texas, Coastal Carolina, Louisiana, Utah, and Arizona State round out the AP Top 25 rankings. Texas and Louisiana playing in Week 1 in Austin. Keep an eye on that matchup. So who should be preseason number 1? I'll give my number 1 preseason team in a little bit toward the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. This will be the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll on down and let me know who should be preseason number 1. So let's go through my top 25 rankings now. We've looked at the AP poll, bunch of boomers who vote on that thing. Let's go through the proper top 25. Boise State, veteran team, veteran quarterback, some pedigree the last decade plus. They're getting slept on. They should be in the top 25. Oklahoma State at number 24. Not sure how I feel about this team. Big year for Mike Gundy and Spencer Sanders up there in Stillwater. Big year for the Big 12 as a whole, especially for the teams not named Texas and Oklahoma. At number 23, I like Arizona State. They were 25th in the AP poll. Obviously, a lot of allegations going on right now, but Jaden Daniels is an NFL talent at quarterback. We'll see what he can put together this season out in Tempe. At number 22, the UCF Golden Knights. Why are they not preseason ranked? Dylan Gabriel is one of the best quarterbacks in college football, and I believe they have 19 returning starters. UCF is probably going to win 10-plus games this year. Another Group of 5 team that I'm very high on, Coastal Carolina. Yes, the Chanticleers. They're coming in at number 21. Good quarterback, really good defense as well. They're well coached. I think they're in line for another 10-plus win season. Who's the most underrated team in college football entering this season? Maybe it's one of the teams I just mentioned, 21 through 25. Maybe it's someone we haven't even talked about yet who isn't even in the AP Top 25 or in my rankings. We'll also take a look at 5 sleeper teams I'm keeping an eye on toward the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But let me know, most underrated team entering 2021. If you love college football, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm always dying to do more college football videos here at Chat Sports. We primarily cover the NFL and the NBA, but we do some college football. I would like to do more. So to show the bosses that you college football fans are out there and that y'all are real, the really best way you can help us out is subscribe. We get a ton of subscribers from this video. I'm going to be able to do more college football videos for you guys. So go ahead and subscribe today. Let's get into my top 20 now. Penn State at number 20. Don't love Sean Clifford, but I think James Franklin's a good enough coach where this team will bounce back. I've got him at 20, but we'll see. A lot of it depends on quarterback. Number 19, LSU. I don't know how to feel about this team. Bad year last year. Defense struggled. Multiple quarterbacks played due to injury. You've got Miles Brennan. You got a couple of other guys in the mix as well. We'll see. Garrett Nussmeier's on campus also. Could he get some playing time? I don't know. It's going to be interesting for Coach O to bounce back after a bad year after that national title a couple of seasons ago. At number 18, Iowa. Finished strong last year, started 0-2, won 6 straight to finish the regular season. They're consistently an 8 or 9 win team. They never win 10, 11, 12, it seems like, but probably 8-4, which means you'll be about a top 20 team. USC at number 17. Keaton Slovis is a little too erratic for me, but I think the Pac-12 is pretty light this year. I don't love how that conference shapes up. They should be in the mix to win the Pac-12 South and represent the Pac-12 in the New Year's Six. Number 16, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. I am higher on them than the AP poll. I think the AP poll had them at 23rd. Notice I don't have Texas ranked, but I have Louisiana ranked. I think they're getting disrespected. I think that's a trap game for Texas and Steve Sarkisian. I love Louisiana Lafayette. I've got them at number 16. Get to my top 15 in just a few moments, but hey, if you want to bet on college football and make some money all season long, there's only one place to do it. That is BetUS. Use our link below. It's chatsports.com/bet. Our promo code is chat125. Now, there's a couple of games today you can bet on, but they're not really juicy matchups, and I don't love some of the lines, so I went ahead and looked ahead to next week, week 1, and here are 4 games I really think there's good value. I know it's at Minnesota, but Ohio State only minus 13.5. They can beat Minnesota by 2 touchdowns. I think that's easy money. Go bet on the Buckeyes. Alabama-Miami is going to get a lot of hype. Oh, Miami, Derek King, upset. They're going to get steamrolled. I think Alabama wins that game by 3 touchdowns or more. I'm rolling Tide in that one, minus 18.5. Indiana getting 3.5 at Iowa. I know it's on the road. I like Iowa as well, but I think Indiana is much more dynamic offensively. I like how they're coached. I like the way they play. I like plus 3.5 there. And then Baylor, I'm not super high on the Bears, but minus 13.5 against Texas State. Surely they can win by 2 touchdowns. I like the value on these selections. Make some money with BetUS at chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code CHAT125. Let's keep it rolling here. My top 15, the Florida Gators. Emory Jones, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't throw the ball that well, but he's a good runner. He kind of fits what Dan Mullen likes to do at quarterback. I think the SEC is pretty talented. Once again, I'm not as high on Florida. That defense really has to improve this year. Number 14, their neighbors, Miami. We'll see. I like Derek King, but they had issues defensively down the stretch last year. They lost some talent as well to the NFL. King's coming off that ACL. How much is that going to affect his mobility? Tough test against Alabama in week 1. Number 13, Indiana. Love Michael Penix at quarterback. He's a good player, also coming off injury. Tom Allen has this team well coached. I think they can contend in the Big Ten. Number 12, the Oregon Ducks. I go back and forth on Mario Cristobal. He recruits really well, but that offense really struggles. Tyler Shuck transferred to Texas Tech, just got named the starter. Anthony Brown, I don't know, the former BC quarterback, he's okay. He's creative, doesn't throw the ball that well. Like the defense, don't love the offense. Number 11, Texas A&M. I'm not as high on the Aggies. They're like number 6, number 7 in the 2 preseason polls, AP and coaches. Haynes King named the starter. He's a redshirt freshman. He's talented, but can A&M repeat what they did last year? Lost a lot of talent to the NFL, but they are talented under Jimbo Fisher. I've got them at number 11. So I've got the Aggies at 11. Don't have Texas ranked. I'd have them between 26 and 30. Who do you think the better team will be this year? Type 1 for Texas A&M. Type 2 for Texas. Get your votes in the comments. A&M's recruited better. They played better last year. I'd probably type my 1 for Texas A&M. Number 10, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I don't know. I mean, this roster's good. Brian Kelly had another good recruiting class. No Ian Book, who put together a good career there. We'll see how they look at quarterback. Love the defense. Question marks at some of those skill spots offensively. Number 9, Wisconsin. They're just going to be rock solid. They'll probably go like 10-2 and finish around 10th in the country. Graham Mertz at quarterback. He's better than what they've had. Last year was kind of weird. Missed a game with COVID, and they never really got going offensively, but you know they're going to run the ball well. Their offensive line is always solid, and they play good defense. I've got them at number 9. Cincinnati at number 8. I think this is probably the best group of 5 team. Desmond Ridder returned for his senior season. A defense is loaded. You know they're well coached, led by Luke Fickell. I think this team could run the table in the regular season again. Probably won't get them into the college football playoff in the current system, but should be a top 10 team in Cincinnati. Number 7, North Carolina. Very high on Mack Brown's squad. The rise and the return of Mack Brown is real. Sam Howell can sling it. They got to replace their 2 running backs and Daz Newsome, and Diane Brown as well. But if Sam Howell is the truth, and I think he is, don't sleep on this team in the ACC. They might just be able to challenge Clemson. Number 6, Iowa State. Executive producer Brett Scott, close your ears. I love the Cyclones. I think Iowa State is for real. This is a veteran team. Brock Purdy is a little inconsistent at times, but he's got like 35, 40 starts under his belt at this point. He's a veteran college quarterback. You've got Charlie Kolar and maybe the best running back in college football in Breece Hall. I love Matt Campbell. I'm still shocked he is at Iowa State. I think he should have taken a bigger job, but he's been loyal to them. I think this is going to be a team that really challenges to win the Big 12 this year. Who will be the better team? These are not blue bloods, but I think they're both for real this year. Type ISU for Iowa State, type UNC for North Carolina. I think both teams could be sneaky playoff type of contenders. Obviously, the top 3 or 4 are the teams to beat, which we'll get to in a minute, but type ISU for Iowa State or type UNC for North Carolina. Top 5 here, Georgia at number 5. Maybe, just maybe, Kirby Smart has his quarterback. I like the way JT Daniels played down the stretch last year. We know the defense is going to be loaded. I've got him at number 5. Number 4, and really the top 4 in whatever order you want, has kind of been the 4 blue bloods in recent years. Ohio State wanted to put him at 3, but let's see C.J. Stroud play a couple of games. He's been named the starter. Obviously, you lose Justin Fields. Chris Olave returns Garrett Wilson. Offense is going to be super dynamic if Stroud is legit. Number 3, Oklahoma. 2 through 4 are very close to me. I went with Oklahoma at 3. I like Spencer Rattler. Want to see some growth from him. I think this will be the best defense Lincoln Riley has had in Norman. I like Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator. He's got things rolling on that side of the football. Teams are going to be hunting for OU in the Big 12, though, especially with this conference realignment stuff going on. Number 2, Clemson. I just think it's a deeper, more talented roster than Oklahoma. I think DJ Uiagalelei got some valuable experience last year at quarterback. He's going to be legit. Obviously, some skill players to replace Etienne, Amari Rogers, Cornell Powell, but Dabo just reloads at this point. Clemson will be right there in the mix. And then at number 1, Alabama. Until someone takes it away, this is the team to beat. Bryce Young's going to be the quarterback. You got to replace Mac Jones. That won't be easy. You got to replace Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, but Nick Saban has earned this at this point. They are the team to beat. This is a decade and a half plus of resume at this point for Nick Saban in Tuscaloosa. Bama's the team to beat. Go make money on them against Miami in Week 1. I'm telling you, they're going to roll the Miami Hurricanes. Who is the best team in college football? Type Bama for Alabama. Type OSU for Ohio State. Type CLEM for Clemson. Type OU for Oklahoma. These 4 feel a notch ahead of the rest of the country, but hey, that's why you got to play the games. Should be another fun season. Go ahead and get your votes in. And just some sleeper teams to keep an eye on. Everyone's going to laugh because it's my alma mater. Think TCU could be sneaky good, though. We'll see. Got Kansas State in there as well. UCLA, is this the year for Tom Downey's boy, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, to get things rolling in LA? It's now or never, Chip Kelly. I like Ole Miss, too. Matt Corral, he's a fun player. Lane Train's got it rolling. And, hey, he's got him 100% vaccinated, which could be a competitive advantage. Just saying. Liberty as well. I forget, what's the kid's name? Malik Willis playing quarterback for Liberty. He's a fun player. They could win 10-plus games. These are 5 other teams to keep an eye on this year. Hey, it's my favorite sport. It's back. Go enjoy some games, and we'll see you next time.